What's up, YouTube? It's another beginning of a week. We decided on doing Miss Pac-Man plug and play. When we got it, we found it at a thrift shop. It was pretty gunked up inside. The batteries were exploded. So we're gonna have a little tutorial showing how to clean these things. I mean, you can pick them up real cheap from garage sales, like I said, thrift shops. So yeah, Jeremy wanted to be a part of this. He's actually the guy that bought it, so he's gonna do a little step-by-step guide, help you guys out on cleaning these things. It's not too hard. So let's see what happens.
We found this little Miss Pac-Man at the local thrift store for $9.99. We opened it up. All the batteries were completely exploded out of it. And we have all this residue that we have to remove from the inside of this arcade before we could attempt to use it. We need to have these tools present to clean the product. We need a toothbrush, Frank's Mickey Mouse toothbrush, a flathead screwdriver, Q-tips. We need alcohol. We're supposed to use white vinegar, but we don't have any, so we're going to skip that and see if we can still pull this off. The first thing you're going to do is you are going to use the toothbrush to try to get as much of this alkaline residue out of all the springs as you can before we start using the cleaning process, because we got to get as much off to make it as easy as possible to clean. This spring looks like it was bent, but hopefully that won't cause a problem. Let's scrape that shit, knock it off, turn it over, repeat. This corner looks worse than the other one. Well, so much for that. Didn't hold anything. So, fucked up the cardboard. Now, we're going to get our little screwdriver here and try to scrape off as much of this extra battery as we can. But we're not going to scrape too hard because we don't want to fuck this shit up to where the connections are damaged. Ooh. It's like salt. Maybe like, it looks like baking soda. You see all that baking soda right there in that spot? It's alkaline battery. Yeah, that shit is thick. Oh. Yeah, Frank gives me the proper tools. Yeah.
Dollar store, dollar store.
This side's nothing. This is the one to worry about right here. This is the fuck up spot. Oh, I got a piece. Ugh. Right. Now, let's just push that shit away. We're going to try to use the cotton swabs. If you use vinegar, white vinegar, you're supposed to hear a buzzing sound. Don't have too much in there because you don't want to fuck this thing up. Ooh, it actually cleaned it up without using...
Told you rubbing alcohol would work.
Rubbing alcohol is usually step 2. We're just doing it at step 1. And it's also recommended that you take this shit apart, and so that way nothing drips inside the machine. So
which is why you're using very mediocre liquid.
Alcohol dries faster.
Thank God.
There's still a piece in there I can't fucking get rid of. Oh, I think I got it. Well, it looks like it actually got rid of it. These springs are really fucking small. Don't look like anything got behind it, which is a good thing because you'd be fucked. Yep, we got that crap on it. Gotta get it off the spring. Yep, new cotton swab. Make it shiny. If it's not shiny, it may not have a good connection to the battery.
Still looks pretty bad in there.
Well, that's that half. We're not there yet. And when I turn this motherfucker, you'll see the difference. There's no residue on the inside connection, which is good, which means we only got to clean the outside spring. If it was the other way around, we would have to get in the middle of the spring to clean, but we don't have that. Yeah, it looks decent. There's still a lot of fucked up spots on this side right here. I gotta try to get some of this crap off. Yeah, this one looks okay. Well, looks like that's as clean as it's going to get for right now. So the good thing about using alcohol is it dries fast. We're still going to give it a few minutes, but it's not like using regular white vinegar because you have to clean it off. Alcohol dries fast, so we're going to let it set for about 2 minutes and then we'll try to plug it in. Well, it's been a few minutes. Let's go ahead and put the new batteries in. Kodak, cheap as fuck, but it will get the job done at the moment. We are actually going to try to turn this motherfucker on before we even, oh, we got a problem there. I hope that's not an issue later on, since it is only a $9.99 item from the thrift store. But they're in there. We're going to try to turn it on before we plug it into the TV. Let's see if the light comes on. The light is on.
Thumbs up.
Let's go ahead and plug that shit into the TV.
All right, YouTubers, so there you have it. Don't forget to thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe to my channel. I want to give a shout out to the subscribers that I do have in the short time that I've been doing this. And yeah, ms.pac-mam Plug and Play. There's all 4 games on it, real sought after. All right, Miss Pac-Man. I'll see you guys next week.